did not. He gets taken down there. So yeah, great nade, but ultimately costing the round. And there will be a 5-on-2 now. Navi have to save. Flipside for 2 rounds in a row. Slow and steady seems to be working out for them after all. Inside execution, quite a basic one, finding a decent timing after the nade was thrown by Seized. 2 players surviving for Navi. You mentioned in the previous round, the money. Sure, they managed to get a full buy in the previous one, but that was them all down to $0 at that point. Then we see for Guardian, then for a 4 for Edward. And it doesn't seem like they'll be hunted down here, so that's absolutely fine. But a player like Guardian hasn't gone wild as of yet. He's got 8 frags and 5 deaths, but just him alive with the AWP, especially backed up the likes of Edward with the M4, can carry these rounds single-handedly. He needs to go more aggressive though. This is the sort of play we saw from Chris J earlier. Maybe push towards Ivy and face towards T-Spawn, up around for the orb. See if he can just get the first pick. Just to start funneling them around the map and get them a little bit scared. He rotates off and just keeps applying the pressure.
In our halls they go. Already Molotov the corner. Guardian, no smoke for him, no one-way, but no shot either. Close, but no cigar. Backs off, repositions, tries to go for the wall shot, still no contact. And World Edit beats him to it, jumping down. Guardian still can't find angles. Still not showing up as he typically would, as Simple gets one good shot, fair enough, with the Deagle, but then walks out to a close electronic and gets a bit of a shock. As Markoloff finds Seized. Edward and Flamey, all that remain for Navi yet again.
It's looking very good for Flipside. 4-on-2 situation. Edward with the only weapon now, Flamey on the PT-50. I think he's all the way in T-Spawn. Yeah, that's Edward trying to save the weapon. And there's no becoming hunty for him just there. So, up for Flamey now. He'll sit at T-Spawn. Polar opposites, of course, but he's looking for a weapon. He's hoping to find an exit frag here. PT-50 is not worth saving to the next round, so hopefully listen out for some footsteps here. Use that PT-50 white out, see what he can do with it. Not much. Electronic takes him down, and it will be Edward, of course, saving a T-Spawn. So, 3 rounds in a row now for Flipside, actually looking pretty impressive here, I have to say. After going up 3-0, it seemed like Navi had adjusted quite nicely, but some good timing, some nice set plays towards dinner, especially after being overwhelmed by Seeds, who seem to be doing such a good job toward that inner bomb site. It's going to be the lead granted towards Flipside once again. Here's the opening frags. Guardian, what a flashbang that was to take him down. Loving that. Money still not great. You get the 4 and 4s in the AWP out, but only 1 kit. Actually, make it 2. And 1 incendiary, to be fair. Simple, only with a single flashbang as well. So, definitely not a comfortable position. Incendiary used at the start to stop the outside rush, and I think we'll be seeing many of those from Flipside as they're going for another D4 here. World Edit looking towards the inside upper ramp. Sees playing low, just with the 9th out, hoping to get a bit of information there and fall back. But Ivy, that's where it seems the excitement's about to begin. Guardian with the AWP. Trying to bait in Simple. As soon as Guardian fires a shot, Simple probably runs down the corner and tries to spray them down on the other side.
Smoke deep, puts Simple between 2 of them.
Could be flashed on the corner now.
He's flashed out, or at least a flash to deter toward the position, but he hasn't gone. You're right, he still could be.
The Guardian's trying to bait out. I'm still here on the other for this smoke. It's just me. Don't worry about anything else, but inside is where the action continues.
And it worked, because just as we see the action on B, which is C's trying to shut it down, Simple did get the kill at Ivy, but Electronics pulled it back yet again. It's World Edit to hold Z connector, walk in, and be greeted by his op. They have to be careful. Misses the shot, that's thankful. But it goes back for more, and Guardian's not falling off the edge of the ledge. What a shot. Electronic, Simple pulls it back, and Electronic bests him. The young star against the budding superstar that's kind of fizzled out, you have to say, especially on Navi as of late. 7 rounds Flipside.
That's amazing from Electronic. We see a replay from his POV. That sounded crispy as hell, I have to say. Very, very good stuff from Electronic there. I'm sure this is the replay right now. That's the shot. That sounded brutal. Flamey got absolutely wrecked there. And here's the 1 versus 1 situation against Alex. Simple. That's not an easy task, let me tell you. 7-5 now. Still just about having money to buy here, it seems. We've got Famises, Deagles, UMPs, Guardian on the glass cannon AWP as well. It's not sounding good. See if they can push towards the inside ramp once again. Found great success there. It's not converting rounds in the last 4. 7-5 now is the overall scoreline for Flipside. Deagle for Simple, very good with that weapon, seen some amazing shots, particularly on this map as well from him. But I agree with you, certainly a superstar that's fizzled out as of late. towards Ivy. Good flashbang from Electronic. Buys some room. Uses the smoke and Molotov to push CTs back in. 4 players towards outside. He's happy to hold inside by himself with the FAMAS. Or to find the first player here as they fully commit. It's going to be Guardian that strikes first.
Shot in from Blade. Or toward Blade, rather. Gets caught. Guardian, that was all timing through the wall.
Yeah.
He loves the wall bang toward A-main and toward... and the opposite side, but he's T-side, toward ZX. Yeah, exactly, connector. He seldom makes it work, but did this time. Good timing from Seized to let 2 go by. Gets bomb as well. Markelov might find Guardian, but Seized is still the man in control. So Navi about to strike back potentially. Let's get too far ahead as Waylander brings it down to just 3 remaining, but he himself was all that was left for Flipside, and Seized is easily able to find him. Very good patience from Seized in the corner as they walk by. Here's the shot from Guardian as well.
Yeah, very nice stuff from Guardian there. Good shots. Pretty easy for an AWP of his caliber, but it's good positioning generally. We do say if he has hit AWP, even if you've got UMPs and pistols to work with, he can find the openings to win the round. It certainly delivers there. Round number 14. We get into that 7-6 in favour of Flipside. Now we can still win the half. On the CT half, that's not a massive deal. Just getting 8-7, that's fine. That'll be enough to work with. 14 now. Flipside, if they win it though, that'll be a massive deal. Certainly the underdogs in this matchup. A challenger. We'll get into this now. HE's deployed towards the lower ramp. Shots fired off through Waylander. He knows C's has been there time and time again and found kills. So not be taking any risk. Uses the flashbangs and the Molotov as well to push him back. Astain is clear. And flashbang towards Ivy now from Markelov. Good flash actually. Pushes Guardian back.
World Edit tries to fire into the smoke and doesn't catch the jumping player on the other side, which was in fact Guardian. With his Asimov. Trying to fire it back out. It really is a utility battle at Ivy. That's all it ever is. Oh! Stopped up midair was Markelov. May have saved him because Guardian had a fast flick. Doesn't connect, and that'll send Markelov wrapping back around toward A-main instead. He'll join in with Blade, who has the bomb. Molotov to slow them down. And on top of that, they have Simple on top of the train, waiting for the entry. Smoke off at Pop Dog. He'll be able to watch anyone that crosses toward the E-box or toward the alleyway. Markelov's gone one side, Blade goes the other. Simple finds the first and the second, goes back and forth before Electronic gets a response. And he'll continue to slip in, but there's not much time. 15 seconds. He's found immediately by Flaming as he had to go information pitching. Will pick up bomb and cannot find anything at a close angle. Guardian is awake, and it's 7-7.
Navi keeping 4 players alive there as well. Slow pace round from Flipside, investigating towards Ivy, falling back for the full outside execution. But Simple, that bird's eye view on top of the train outside main entrance, managed to get 2 shots with the AK-47s, looking confident as he gets the information for his teammate. Takes 2 of them down and allows Guardian to finish things off there with the close range AWP. You can see him playing in front of those smokes, finding the shots that count, dropping the bomb as well. Could have got the 3rd. Would have been pretty spectacular if we managed to pull it off. Let's run number 15 now. UMPs, 1 AK and a PT-50. This is almost looking certain to be a Navi round, but strange things happen. Faster pace, it makes sense. Blade this time towards Olof. Only got the PT-50. And his teammates make their way towards Ivy. Swing deployed, flashbang out. Deep breath, let's go.
Electronic already inside of the utility. Again, he's fast to get position. Good with a fast play overall this time. And when they do, they get shut down. Simple's ready. Finds him working in toward the H. She's low on HP though. It's Waylander that'll pull it back and find Flamey as well. Seized and Guardian control it and slow the pace. We'll slow with it as World Edit waits with 8 HP on a UMP. And he's found all too quickly. 8-7. It is Navi that wins the half. They won 5 in a row, shut down for 4, and then strike back with 3. So it was back and forth, but not necessarily every round.
Quite back and forth game. After winning the pistol, hitting the 3-0, Navi looked a little bit overwhelmed, but managed to get 5 rounds in a row at that point. Looked much better. They were adjusting, and then after that spell, we see that Flipside managed to come back as well. Some great tactical prowess there, executing quite nicely as well. The defaults look solid. Ivy is a bit of a problem for Navi overall, but the last 3 rounds going in their favour. Seized, I have to say, a player who I thought looked pretty abysmal yesterday was key in this victory of the half and managed to push inside the correct times, find those first picks, fall back. That would have been a bit of warping as well. That wasn't tremendously successful. It was just the rifle play towards inside I thought was very good, and was taking calculated risk with Flamey and just looked like a solid unit. We'll get into the half number 2 now. Have a look at the buy. 2 smokes. It's in the back pocket of Seas and Guardian. Molotov there as well. We discussed that potential. If you go towards inside, you have that post-plant Molotov, which is so powerful. And I'm presuming that, okay, Wayland's got an incendiary on the CD side. That's really rare. I'm interested to see what he decides to do with that. Let's say, does anyone have a smoke to extinguish it potentially? He actually has the incendiary to deny the plant inside, I guess, buy himself some time to stop that bomb going down.
Smoke front seat. Smoke shallow at E-box as well. They want to try and get a wall-sided entry. They're going to stack up. That is a very narrow position to play. A couple of wires and some metal to hold you off from any damage. Speaking of the E-box, it's Electronic in the site that wants to find frags as they work over to Sandwich and fan out across the facets of the outer site. Simple's trying his absolute best and will find a kill for it, but they've already lost Edward. They've already lost Guardian, and they may lose more than that. Seized, oh, just late to get the denial, but will swing around to find Flamey, and he can afford to hold it if he wanted. Simple is well removed, and Markelov will do exactly that. Full 10 seconds, nothing Simple's going to be able to do about it.
The 4 seconds, yeah, you're right.
Keep running, not going to get there. That's about as close as it could get. Sorry, Simple.
Decent attempt, 3 kills, but all for naught, really.
Both pistols go to Flipside, and both of them quite closely contested, I have to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Simple, given maybe 2 more seconds there, he could have done something about that situation, considering it's a 1v1 as well. If he denies that defuse, it's game on, but Navi do give it away, and you're absolutely right. Both pistols in favour of Flipside. And here he goes, Matt. We discussed this idea. You can force buy in the second round. Only looks like Simple will be, so he's got the AK-47 and body armor. Takes himself down to $500, so that's where he's going to stack their bets here, see whether he can open things up. Hasn't got the head armor, so quite vulnerable. As he goes towards Ivy, smoked out, that's fine. Get himself in position. He gets that first kill, presumably prepared towards the ramp. They'll try and go backtracks. You can see Edward on the other side of the map there, just setting himself up, but 4 here, anything could happen. He'll be very on the fly, depending on whether they get frags or not. No utility to work with. Simple needs to blow someone's head off. But there was a man to do it. This is the one you'd want.
In they go with Simple on an AK. Just started off, sprays down. They now know he's got the gun. Flash out. May have also just been better to let a pistol start the peek and have Simple re-peek it, but finds Blade, knows there was one more backtracks. Rotation will go towards CT from Markelov, so they can't over-rotate and chase World at it from the position because they'll get greeted by a crossfire. Electronic finds Seized, Simple still on the AK though, and Edward's going to add to the tally. Simple, good shot on Waylander. He may make it work, the one gun, and they're not done. Bomb in position, Simple's got another 4 kills. That's why you buy an AK on Simple.
That was so sick. He thought after he missed that first shot at Ivy, they wouldn't give him anything to work with there, but he makes it work. Coming out there, the first kill was good, but the 3 following that up, especially the last one as well, carries his team to victory, and that is the power of a Simple AK-47. By himself, bit of a gamble there, but it works out. And my God, that was very, very good indeed. I'm sure we'll see the replay momentarily. We'll take a pause here. Presumably from Flipside it is indeed. Just to calm down, Blade known as a bit of a hothead in these sort of situations. Giving those rounds away will be very frustrating. They might have to eco themselves. They could force buy into it. It's going to be a double eco regardless, so might as well do that. Here's the replay. Let's just have a look at this unfold. Let's kill that. Pretty simple. This is where it gets very interesting indeed. That shot especially. Good night, Markelov. Celebration from Seized. He's enjoying himself, and why not?
I mean, you called it as well. As soon as he missed on the first entry, the element of surprise for that AK is gone. We thought, okay, that's it. They won't give him an inch, and he absolutely rips them apart. Yeah,
that's crazy. Once that AK is spotted, like, to be fair, there's not really much you can do. They've got like a mixture of FAMASs and UMPs. They've got that AK-47. It's Simple on the other side of it. So as soon as he starts hitting shots and gets in the zone, his teammates are cheering him on. Like you can tell he got in some sort of state of mind there that kind of guaranteed the victory. 9-8, Pause still there. This could be technical, actually. Yeah, it will be. Okay, headsets are off, it seems. Maybe the gloves are too, considering Simple delivering that sort of performance.
No raging on the other side to cause this. No broken tables, no unplugged monitors.
We haven't had any broken tables yet, have we?
We have not. That's underwhelming. I think we're going to have to ask someone.
As the tournament develops, when we get to like 0-2 games, that's when we'll start seeing some broken tables come out, I think. Tension starts mounting. Emotions riding high, you know.
Guardian with everything pulled out. No talking, lads.
Yeah, no, you move your lips.
Admin just leans in.
Yep,
that's enough of that.
Come on, son.
Headset in, please.
No chatting.
Oh yeah, he definitely gave him. That looked like a scold.
Yeah. Slap on the wrist. Well, if you're just joining us, let's get you up to date, shall we? It's Navi's Vincia versus Flipside right now. This is our 0-1 game after Navi lost to G2 yesterday and Flipside losing to Fnatic. They find themselves in this position. Navi certainly the favourites, but Flipside, a team that's been absent from top tier CS for what, like maybe just under a year now? Like, I can't even remember the last
major.
Yeah. The last big tournament, I think they went to a DreamHack. That was about
so they beat big in the final at DreamHack Leipzig to start the year, and then they went to the major, obviously. Made it through to the playoffs? No, sorry, they had to qualify again. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so either way, the major was the last big event that I've seen them at that I can recall.
Yeah, but it's just a team that's like doesn't seem to play anything but the majors, which is so funny. The fact is, like, they're in like the Premier Division of ESL, probably Mountain Julie, whatever it is, and managed to come like 15th place in that. You think, okay, this team's surely done now. They're not going to make a major. The run's over. And nope, here they are, putting up decent numbers against Navi.
And how could I forget? I think I've gotten confused because there's so many qualification steps that when they're in the qualifier, I think of it as like, oh, they already qualified. Because they qualified for the qualifier, but not the... You get what I mean? Point is, how could I forget? Because they almost didn't make this major. It was triple overtime against Liquid.
That's right.
And it was the last game, the last spot in the Swiss system qualification stages. So they were very near having that run broken. They've been at so many majors in a row, it seems. And Liquid was heartbroken, completely distraught. Went to Cologne and just played as hard as best they could, but this was the goal.
Indeed it was. Well, scoreline's 9-8 in favour of Navi right now after that amazing force buy of a single AK from Simple. Body armor as well, no nades. Managed to find 4 kills in total. We said he was a star that was diminishing, a superstar that seemed to be dropping off, but those kind of rounds, he's always got them in the chamber somewhere. Pulls it out just for Navi, need it. 9-8, and now Flipside presumably on an eco. Should be double eco really, so they could force into this round. Got about, on average, maybe just over $1,900 per player. Sweet, look how we're getting into it. It's starting to get back on. I can hear some buys coming in as well. Look at the knives. Number 18. Have a look at the scoreboard while we're here, shall we? Markelov actually top fragging. 16 kills, 11 deaths. Next to him is Electronic, who has had a very good game as well. Then there's quite a disparity between those two players, and it goes down to 6, 8, 9 kills, and it's Electronic and Markelov running away with it.
Interestingly enough, Markelov, by the way, all of his top performances are majors.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's the other events that he struggles at.
Makes sense. I do remember him having big plays at these events. I think it was the first event I cast him out was Cologne 2015. It was like lights out there. It was looking really good.
Anders still believes.
I'm starting to believe as well, Matthew.
I'm not.
No.
It would be nice. Imagine that's in the shuffle. He and World Etiquette split up. He becomes an opper.
Yeah, could happen.
Renaissance.
Well, we'll try and work out what the pause is here and hopefully get back into it. We haven't had anything just yet, so I assume it's something trivial like a sound issue. And it would be
actually had, yeah, an indication of that. Did you know that there have been 4,304 souvenir drops this game?
I did not know that, but you have informed me. So.
I'm going to jump into Twitch chat and just idle, get my drops.
The scoreboard's on your screen right now. Simple versus Blade. Not sure what they do with the comparison, but Simple with 19 kills, Blade with 6. And I guess it's the top performer on Navi and the underperformer for Flipside so far. as we're ready and waiting to get back into this game. 9-8 at the moment. Flipside, I guess, surpassing expectations, like in terms of the fight they put up against Navi. I'm kind of quite impressed right now. They've gone to the CT side. They can still have a serious chance of winning this game. After winning the pistol, they have lost the second round. Looks like they will be taking potentially an eco here. We're not quite confirmed on that one just yet. There's another comparison. Edward between Markelov. Be Edward, who has got 10 frags, and Markelov on 16. So it is comparing the best and worst of each team.
One of the Finnish players, by the way, remember?
Technically Finnish.
Technically Finnish, but apparently doesn't speak the language.
Yeah.
Is on this team on Flipside, obviously, in Waylander.
That's true.
But that it's kind of an interesting thought that Paul said that this morning there's 5 Finnish players here.
So you've got Zen, Sunny,
Alu.
Waylander, Alu. Am I missing one?
No, you're right. Who's the 5th? Sorry for the person we're forgetting.
I think that's it. I'm not sure.
Maybe he's counting Nasu as the
He's not here.
coach, but he's not here. Maybe he's counting Natsu himself.
Yeah, counting
That could have been
himself.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
That means they would have 5 players.
That means we've got like 10 Brits here.
That's true. There are more Canadian players in this major than British. How does that make you feel?
No, we're fine with that. There's never been a UK player at a major.
That's depressing, isn't it?
Well, not for me.
Yeah, you've been at all of them.
Yeah.
You're still repping it. Listed at 4 is Finland, so yeah, Natsu would have been what he was referring to when he said 5.
Fair enough. Well, it looks like we're still working the issue. Players still have the headsets on, so I'm quietly hopeful this will get underway momentarily. "30 years old, Blade. One of the few in the 3-0 club."
Got a few in the 3-1 club this year.
It's true.
I would almost be in the top 10. You would be.
I'm 29 this year.
You would be. Cajun B is the 10th oldest, and he is born in 1989.
Yeah, he's younger than me, so I would be in the top 10. Top 10 is something, just being old. Just turning up, being old, that's what I'd make it for.
Wow. There you go. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
It's like Gobby said, you know. It's, yeah, to be in that club, not something you want to be in, but
Yeah.
you take it nonetheless.
If you're still at the majors, you're that age, you've done something right. Like, the fact you're still kept around. I guess the experience, the knowledge, the wisdom. And we'll see. Matthew, we'll spice things up. We'll come on camera for a bit.
How about that? How about that spicy, spicy, spicy meatball? Threw one more in there for you, Harry.
Yeah, how's it going?
Speaking of Harry.
The time to calm down. We've had 3 games so far. It's the 3rd, of course. Some exciting ones. A couple of upsets to kick off the day. This one should not be an upset. I don't think Navi going to win it, but I've heard we've got some special features.
We do. This is how you shoot some guns.
Here we go.
underway. We're near the end, the sharp end of it, at least. On Train, Flipside versus Navi. And it's a close affair. It's been a battle. I think that it's starting to go the way of Navi. They're starting to come alive. Simple, obviously, in the start of the second half. Winning with the AK buy in the second round is something to marvel at. And as a result, could be what wins them the game.
Not even a force buy, it's one AK-47. The scoreline, thank you for being patient with us, is 9-8 in favor of Navi after the epic performance there from Simple. What a god he was in that round. We'll get back into this one. It is going to be, from what I can see, a full investment here from Flipside. A couple of players giving their money about $1,000. Of course, the AWP. UMP's coming out 5-7 as well. PG50 for Blade. As we get into a very favoured round for Navi with double digits here. They get the 4 AK-47s, AP7 on Flamey as well. Full array of utility to work with here. And it's holding up in the default for now. Won't be giving too much away here. They know how valuable this round is and how difficult it will be to recover from losing this sort of round. Firing off some shots, pushing any CTs back. Electronic waiting on the other side. Guardian not inflicting any damage just yet.
Down. Electronic forward of it. Second one should do, well, I thought more damage. I thought it would end up closer. Between the two nades, he only loses 6 HP. I'll head over toward B. Navi with bomb. Markalov down on the tanker. Wide side shot. Waiting for them to enter. Waiting for them to be hopefully walking into his deagle crosshairs. Fire blindly into the smoke. Simple leaves a gap to try and drop down. He takes a lot of damage. Waylander follows it. He may do more. Flamey. MP7 will at least get the kill, and Guardian goes aggressive. That'll help secure the site for the bomb. Electronic and Waylander, excuse me, World Edit. A bit today, but are the last two alive. With Simple on low HP, they'll easily be able to pick up him. And World Edit will try and sneak in. Electronic goes down to 1 HP. He could catch Guardian, tries to line up a quick headshot, still manages to get the kill. Flamey on 10. Had Electronic fancied sticking around. He may have been able to do something more so with the AK picked up and seized. Aim punch a factor, takes down World Edit, and it will go to 10-8.
It will indeed. Navi, a bit dicey there. Bit of an investment from Flipside, but can't find the round victory. Flamey surviving on 10 HP. It's Electronic saving his head armor. And 5-7 with 1 HP there. So well, the best result there will be on Eco next round, presumably after the full investment. 3 kills picked up. Can't deny the plant coming in there. Electronic will indeed survive. It gets towards the server position. 10-8, as you said, has to be the Eco now for the CT side. Navi, have to agree, looking pretty good towards the tail end of this third game of the day. Both of these teams 0-1 right now. Flipside certainly an underdog, but have surprised us in the last month or so. Managing to qualify for this event, taking down some big names on their journey to do so. 3 HE grenades, you know they'll be used towards the main entrance at the very start. They might be able to take C's down here if the nades are timed well. Here come the HE grenades now. Does some damage towards C's, but only down to 71 HP. Won't be finding the kill just yet.
Edward starts to push onto Waylander's position. Pistol close. Pistol not close enough. Edward able to hit him down. I mean, Simple, Mac 10 from that range is... Alright, fair enough. It's Simple, but it's a bit awkward. Actually got taken down in the end when he re-peaked. Edward's able to capitalize on it. Blade actually walks in just after Flamey looked down towards CT, but he looks back and finds him anyway. So it goes 8 still for Flipside, but that's the 11th for Navi.
Money available this time. Water to bring out the AWP. Hasn't had the most lights out game so far. 11 kills, 15 deaths for him. On the other side of the server, of course, Guardian 14-10. Decent from him, I guess, overall. Simple, it's been leading the charge, of course, that massive round in number 2 of the second half. Flamey with some nice crisp one caps here with the AK-47. It's not too bad whatsoever. Securing the round there. It will be 11-8. Looking to bounce back here. Blade just on the fan. That's Flamey. Molotov towards the bomb flame. Taking a lot of damage. Edward actually goes down to the flames there. HE to the face and then couldn't recover. Well, did I think hit him with the AWP as well. So that will be an early shower for Edward. 5-4 now.
Electronic will elevate himself onto the bomb. Just above the bomb default spot. Hopeful to avoid flames. Perhaps get vision above smokes. Good shot. World Edit finds Simple. Electronic without smoke down, is able to find Flamey as he walks out from the E-box. Guardians next in line. AWP pre-scope in. Smoke still. That sandwich won't let him see toward Ivy, but Seized finds the kill anyway. Guardian finds the next one. They might be onto something. 3 players in the A site. One at backtracks if you include that as the A site.
Yeah.
And the 4th member at B.
Definitely down to Guardian at this point. You're absolutely right. At the E-box right now, I'm hoping that someone just makes the mistake, but Flipside, a very disciplined side, won't be giving too much away. He does edge around the correct angle though, but can't find a shot. Wilder beats him to the punch. Bomb drops. I don't see C's making much of a dent in this round. 30 seconds, sure, but no bomb, and it's surrounded by the things players at Ivy, the bomb train, and all bomb as well.
I think Electronics trying to actually bait with the jump noises as much as anything. Because Ivy's already covered. Guardians, or rather World Edits goes backside. Guardian already went down there, so gives himself up late though. Markelov still finds the accuracy, so Flipside finding another round. Their first sense the pistol.
Indeed, well, still plenty of money available for Navi here. Faster paced round. It was Edward that went down first to the orb shot and then can of flames from the CT side. Guardian trying to do what he can. He's looking on the right hand side of his screen as well at his POV. Took him down. That was the round over, and the bombers dropped with little time remaining. Not much C's could do apart from find 1 kill. That was it. Round 21, 11-9. Flipside closed the margins here. Orb available. 3%. No double orbs yet for Flipside. It's quite rare to see them bring that out. Markov obviously will be the secondary orb, but does bring it out and playing from time to time. Depending on how well things are going. If they're going very well indeed, sure, bring it out. Boost up above the smoke. Not much to work with there, Guardian. Don't think we'll be finding this first pick just yet. There are 2 players on the other side, so we'll see.
Blade. Behind smoke fades away, looked like he wanted to get aggressive. Peek back in toward Ivy. Guardian's going to reposition himself with the AWP back down toward T-spawn where bomb is, but meanwhile it's Electronic. Below the ladder indeed. Edward falls immediately onto him. Thanks for the AK. He'll re-smoke the position as he fades off inside of the site instead. Still holding on to the doorway at the very least because World Edit's got coverage toward A main. AWP wide side of the smoke. No feet shown inside of it. He'll reposition ever so slightly just to get the angle. A better angle. Guardian may take it as well. Jumps across. Went into it. Thought he could find him behind the train rather than waiting for the second opportunity. Have to be careful because they have no one going toward Pop Dog after Electronic smoked it, so he's able to catch Simple on the way through. That'll drop the bomb temporarily. A 2-kill advantage to work with for Navi. Good shot for Flamey. Excuse me, for... But now it's Navi with 2. I was going to say for Flipside, but Flamey's pulled it back. Good entrance, good positioning. Steals that one from him, but damage was done. Markelov does spray back to find Guardian, but he's not got much else to work with. In fact, he's alone, and when I say not much else, just the gun. No utility, no kit, bomb planted. 1 versus 2. He has ample time to at least evaluate and investigate because the bomb has just gone down. Tag onto Seized, but Flamey steps in and follows up.
Great round from Flamey there. I'm going to call that 4 kills for him. Like, the way he was playing there, he deserved that 4. He's just sneaking in there, but still very well recovered. That's actually a 5-on-3 situation, I believe, as well. Maybe 5-on-2 towards the end. Flipside giving that round away. Well, it looked like such a convincing round for them. 12-9. It's damaging to the economy as well. You can see they have to take an eco as well. Getting to the closing sectors of the second half now. Navi is certainly the favourites. Here's the replay. Great communication here. He's getting the information as to where World at his position. Takes that first shot, and there's the second and third. 12-9. Was destined to be 13 here. We'll see whether Flipside can do anything about that. UMP for Waylander. Some 5.7s, a couple of Deagles as well. Some armor. Electronic. I was about to say gets taken down. It's actually Wilder that gets dropped first. Now, maybe it's Blade's turn. Spots a few towards Ivy. Not really much he can do about it. Molotov out of position. Smoked out as well now. Flashbangs coming through. And all he can do is sit back and watch as his teammates drop around him. He'll join them as well. Electronic, the final player here, towards E-box. It's done some damage, but I think that's all he'll do in this round.
Electronic. Not got much left in this world. If you can kill Guardian and run toward him to steal the gun, he'd be doing well. Good tag. Better than that. Actually gets Flamey down, but it's Navi now with 3 rounds to go.
3 to go. Oh, money's still dire though, Matt. This could be done just for this scoreline alone. Like, they've got to take another eco here. They'll then be 49. They're getting the HE grenades again, using those towards main entrance. But I think at this point, when you know the money's low, you just don't get near that position until the nades have been thrown. Very rare that works out. When it does, when the T's go for a full-on outside rush, and you drop 4 grenades there, it can be very problematic and actually win around. I've seen it a couple of times in the top tier scene. I said a couple, literally a couple. I think it's worked out. I can't remember the tournament. It was recent though. Making the nades again. Not landing any damage. It sees pretty much the same as last time. Electronic ready at the pop dog with a 5-7 in hand. Close range weapon, of course. Could sneak behind them, but the flashbang lands in front of him. Not too blind. The Guardian getting the first shot. Have to rotate towards inner. Simple, patiently looking towards that pop dog and sees trying to show presence outside.
How menacing is that shadow?
Yeah.
It's like the guy that you know is waiting outside of your house with like about to break in with a gun. Just come on, let's go, let's go. See, it's as dark and as grim as our monitor just turned for a moment, but Flamey's got World Edit down.
Got really scared then.
Did you?
Yeah, oh god.
Because I just
Not
made
again.
this nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
This nightmare in your head.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was quite a weird inside job.
I don't really know how it works sometimes.
That classic reference of the guy waiting outside of the gun. It's like, okay, nice. But yes, it was exactly like that. I agree. 14-9 map. Is there any hope left for Flipside?
I'm going to say not in this game, unfortunately. So it looks like Flipside will go 0-2, but we've got 2 rounds still defined for Navi, and anything can happen. They've gone back to guns this time around with World Edit on an AWP.
Oh, well, there's one kit available, beg your pardon. Waylander has that, but definitely limited across the board. Only 1 smoke remaining and an incendiary. That's it. They're playing up close and personal. Electronic been great so far. You can find frags here. Maybe he gets the MVP. We'll see. Very good performance. Is it going to be enough there? 20 kills so far. Nade to the face. I think he might be done for. Edward finds a good flashbang. Nade as well. 5 and 4. This is where Navi are so dangerous. When they have the advantage, slow it right down. Wait for the CT reactions to come in. The Flamey looking for more AK frags. Being very accurate with that weapon.
World waits. Flamey gets taken down by Blade.
Indeed.
45 seconds. Navi with bomb still back toward A main. Looks like Simple may back off as well. I take that back. I thought he may go join them in Brown Halls and head toward B, but they want to walk in. Guardian's the one to lead it. And we're taken out by World Edit. Guardian now knows where he is. Simple instead finds the kill. Markelov could strike back. He's played well from these back halls. In fact, he's been spraying with the AK when he picks it up. This time he's only got the M4. It's not good enough. Guardian finds him, and the same position Blade is found.
Goodbye, Blade. That should be the concluded and match point picked up. Wayland's got to go for it. He knows that, but seized 1 step ahead of the game. Waits in Pop Dog, takes him down, and there it is. 15-9. A mountain decline now for Flipside. 6 rounds in a row is what are required. They have to buy into every single one of them. UMP's coming out. It's looking pretty grim in terms of the money. UMPs, MP9s, FAMASs. Oh, it's looking pretty bleak, I have to say. 7 kills for Blade. This is one of his more shocking performances, I have to say. 7 kills, 20 deaths. Hate to see that. Oh, we're number 25. We can step up now with that lesser SMG. Maybe there's still life yet, but it's not looking likely.
I love it. Let's go Krieg.
That's never ever got a kill, I swear, in a big tournament. It always comes out, oh, it's here.
Majisk.
No, he never gets on there. Everyone tells me how sick he is with it. Never seen him get a kill with it.
Well, even he's given up on it, I think.
It's certainly viable. Like, it makes sense. It does like 6 damage, and like it's got no drop off in terms of the 1-bullet shot. In terms of the accuracy.
Yeah.
But it just never seems to deliver. And it's only a few $100s more, right? I think it's $3,000 instead of 2,700.
Guardian AWP pre-scoped walking Ivy.
Hello.
Finds World Edit against the wall, swings out. Ooh, steals it, but he had it. Doesn't have the second follow-up, though. Just barely gets behind the box.
Here it comes.
Might want to send seized again. MP9 from Blade. Tapping can't do anything. It's down to Waylander, and it's 1 kill. Navi trying to go 1-on-1, and they'll do it. Simple with the shot. Trades back Flamey. 16-9 in the end. 2 rounds only on the CT side. For Flipside.
And both pistols.
And both pistols as well, you're right.
Yeah, well, it's like caveat to that is obviously Simple with that
more with our panel members. Robin, what did you make of that overall? Weird game in the sense that you think Flipside have got a chance in this if they can pick up both pistols. And
no,
yet,
definitely, and that's what I said before we cut to Matt and Henry when we went live. There's that Flipside has to win on their T side.
Yeah.
But it's very weird coming into this tournament. I would have expected Flipside to even be more strategic in that sense, but I feel like they've changed how they play a little bit. They still have some set strategy, especially on a map like Train. I was expecting execute after execute after execute, but we never really saw that. And then Flipside winning that initial or the second pistol round, I was like, all right, we can build on this. And then instantly that simple 4-kill with AK is just like that. Then you know it's somewhat gonna be over, right? Especially when the issue with Flipside, when they don't have individually strong players, they have one-star player. Seat sides are going to be very, very difficult. Mainly because you're going to get so many individual duels and you have to hit these shots, especially versus a team like Navi that has more than one. And we saw that yesterday versus Fnatic as well for Flipside. It's just a very hard time on their CT side. Yeah,
only the 2 rounds in that second half, Janko. It's not good enough, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. You need to do better when you win both pistols, and it was what we were talking about for Flipside. It has to be a strong start. They like to switch things up generally on their T side, especially on Train, starting out a bit more aggressive. We didn't see it in terms of pace. We saw it in terms of what they were trying to do, get a player out towards Quad very early on in the round and then play off of him. It was electronic. That didn't work out initially, and that was when Navi was able to string a couple of rounds together. Then they changed their style a little bit, focused more on the inner bomb side, went for some very explosive contact plays, so to speak, and that's what gave them success. But yeah, Robin is spot on. The Flipside, against a team like Navi especially, is always going to struggle on CT sides, even on a CT-sided map like Train. And you could see it. It was basically 2 individual rounds that won the game for Navi in that second half. The simple 4K in the second round, and the flamey, I think it was 3K, in a situation where they were 4v5 and he somehow sneaks out towards the outer bomb site and manages to find 3 kills and completely swings that round. And that was the round that forced Flipside, into a double eco, pretty much. So yeah, they were unfortunate in the way they lost the key rounds. Flipside did. If that didn't happen, they would gain some momentum and maybe have a stronger second half.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows, Robin, you've played in teams with star players. When they do something outrageous like Simple did, just changes the whole complexion of the game, doesn't it?
No, definitely. It definitely makes it easier, right? It's like you don't have to necessarily rely on your tactics if you have one individual or even 2 that's just outperforming to the usual. So, and especially Simple. I mean, yesterday we had Simple again, so it's actually the second game for him that he's been playing really well.
We've got Guardian waiting for us in the player area, and he's going to join us now. Guardian, good afternoon, and congrats on the win.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, and also congrats on the marriage. I haven't had a chance to say that, I don't think, since we saw each other. So congrats on getting married, or commiserations, I don't know.
Thank you.
Could be either one right now. In terms of what's been going on with Navi over the last couple of months, obviously you guys all got together at your wedding, you've hung out. It's a good team. You seem more settled, I have to say, since you've got married. Is all the pressure of sort of leading up to that marriage and the wedding and everything else, is that all disappeared now for you? Are your shoulders much lighter?
I would say so, because there's a lot of things to do, and last minute you have to fix all of the documents, and suddenly everything goes wrong, and then you cannot focus on the game. And somehow I lost motivation to play the game. I hated the game, and now it feels much better. I want to play. I come here earlier than the others, and I play it because I want to play. Right. And yeah, it feels good.
Good. I'm glad the old Guardian's back. And it certainly shows as well. Some of your form at Cologne was great, and here seems to be you just carried on from where you left off. In the way that the team are playing right now, is it championship form that you've got right now, or do you feel like you're building to it?
I think we are building to it, because, I mean, we could have won the G2 game yesterday, but somehow we got lost on the T side, and then they punished us completely. So, I mean, we are getting to the form that can be the top tier level. But I think we need to fix a lot of stuff to do so, and we cannot slow happened yesterday. We have to close our game, and for example in the pistol